ocean's whisper calls my name. Depth and longing in my soul, seeking more than just this game. Waves crash softly at my feet, echoes in my heart so deep. Eyes on horizon far and true, longing for a love so steep. Deep calls to deep inside of me, where the sky meets endless sea. Heartbeats blend with ocean's roar, seeking depth I can't ignore. Echoes in my heart so deep, eyes on horizon far and true, longing for a love so steep. Deep calls to deep inside of me, where the sky meets endless sea. Heartbeats blend with ocean's roar, seeking depth I can't ignore. Shells and sand beneath my toes, tides reveal what ebb and flows. In the quiet still I hear whisper longings crystal clear. Deep calls to deep inside of me, where the sky meets endless sea. Heartbeats blend with ocean's roar, seeking depth I can't ignore. Burning with the holy fire, depth of love beyond all dreams, in the vastness it redeems. Deep calls to deep inside of me, where the sky meets endless sea. Heartbeats blend with ocean's roar, seeking depth I can't ignore.
Hello, everybody. This is going to be a shorter one because it's just kind of a fun thing. I realized yesterday I don't check my stats very often because this is mostly just a hobby and something I do for fun. And when I have questions and to process and answers and things like that. So I'm not one of those like, I want to grow this until I can do this for a living kind of channels. This is just my hobby. So, but I realized yesterday that I hit 600 sometime in the last couple of days. And since I never got around to, doing a 500 sub stream, I don't think. I didn't see one, but I didn't look that hard. I would do one for 600. And so we're going to keep this short. But what I wanted to do, and I thought this would be kind of fun, because there has been this kind of back and forth, ongoing, fun little pot shotting at each other with myself and with Phil Bray from Leviticus is Fun and Spencer Owen from the Trauma Informed Church Kid have been having this ongoing debate about which is better, Leviticus or Ezekiel. And so I thought that just for some fun to celebrate 600, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give the 10 reasons why Ezekiel is better. And then I am going to wait for their not responses because if it's just admit Ezekiel's better, and we can end the back and forth. And there is Phil right in the chat there already posting his objections. But so these are not at all meant to be just for fun. They are actually completely and totally serious reasons. Yeah, so we'll just get right into those because it's going to be it's going to be fun. All right, here we go. Why Ezekiel is better than Leviticus? Who is the winner in this debate? Well, me. Uh, that's totally objective and called by me because I said so. Okay, so number one, we have biblically accurate angels, and you have regulations on bold. So while Phil is stuck explaining the protocol for inspecting mildew on houses, Ezekiel opens with a psychedelic four-face wheel within a wheel vision of the chariot throne of God, the Marbakah. And I get to talk about the original sci-fi theology. So I win. Point number one. All right, next one. Number two, Ezekiel eats the book and Leviticus slits what you can't eat. So while you're spending the entire time in Leviticus getting lessons on why you can't eat rock badgers and shrimp, Ezekiel takes it to a whole new level of intimacy with scripture by physically eating the scroll that's given to him by God, noting that it tasted like honey for sweetness. So this is going to be, so that's another reason you get to talk about Leviticus is all about what you can't eat. And Leviticus is like how we're going to ingest the word of God. This is awesome. Okay, number three. This one is for Spencer. It is the ultimate trauma performance act. Spencer should definitely appreciate this one. Ezekiel doesn't just preach, he embodies the trauma of exile. He lies on his left side for 390 days and on his right side for 40 days to bear the iniquity of Israel and Judah. In Leviticus, the priests just stand around sprinkling blood. Ezekiel puts in the actual physical work. So he is dealing with his trauma in an actual integrated way that is it's like somatic, I think that's what it's called, somatic therapy. Anyway, so it is trauma informed. Ezekiel is more trauma informed than Leviticus. And then I'm not sure why you got two notifications on this, Nunya. There's this new thing that they're doing where you can do like two layouts, one for vertical and one for horizontal. I think it's one for computers and one for like phones or something. And it just kind of changed to that, and I didn't switch it. So that may be why you got two notifications. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So the valley of the dry bones versus the laws of corpses. So in Leviticus, touching a dead body makes you unclean and you have to take a bath. In Ezekiel, the Spirit of God dives into the valley of dead bones and literally resurrects an entire army. So Ezekiel wins on special effects and hope. Okay. And number five, the heart of flesh upgrade. Leviticus is about external compliance, washing, offering, separating. And Ezekiel introduces the internal spiritual transplant, removing that heart of stone and replacing it with the heart of flesh. This is a theological pivot from the rule following to transformation, which is Ezekiel 33. It's such a beautiful, and that's all about what Ezekiel 36 is all about, is explaining that with the valley of dry bones. It's pretty cool. All right. So far, liking my chances. That's the prophet Ezekiel right there. All right. Number 6, transportation by hair. Okay. So does the high priest ever get picked up by a lock of his hair and transported by the Spirit from Babylon to Jerusalem? Nope. He just walks into the tent. Ezekiel travels by divine hair grab. Ezekiel 8:3. That is so totally cool. Like, yeah, Aaron got nothing on Ezekiel on that one. Okay. Number 7, river of life versus basin of washing. Levitical priests have the bronze basins to wash their hands and feet so they don't die. Ezekiel foresees the river flowing from the temple that gets deeper the further it goes, and eventually healing the Dead Sea and bringing life to wherever it flows. One is a hygiene and taking a lot of baths, and the other is cosmic healing, which I think is pretty awesome. So, Number 8, calling out bad shepherds. So, from a trauma informed church kid perspective, Ezekiel 34 is crucial. While Leviticus establishes the hierarchy of the priesthood, Ezekiel ruthlessly criticized spiritual leaders who feed themselves rather than the flock. It is the ultimate deconstruction of abusive religious authority. Ezekiel 34, 1 through 10. All right, number 9, the Siege Cooking Show. This is one of my favorites. So, Phil, you might think Leviticus has the monopoly on food prep. All the offerings are literally the ancient Near East menu, but Ezekiel is commanded to cook his bread over, well, honestly, originally human waste, but he bargains that down to cow dung. It's gritty, it's desperate, and it paints a picture of reality that Leviticus instructions on fine flour just ignore. All right. And number 10, the ending, the Lord is there. Leviticus ends with a list of valuations for vows and tithes, and basically an accounting ledger, kind of boring. Ezekiel ends with the renaming of the holy city to Yahweh Shammah. The Lord is there. One ends with math and the other ends with the presence. So I'm definitely not a math person. I am definitely going with Ezekiel on this one too. So when you break it all down, basically in the opening scene, you get a psychedelic chariot throne or details on sacrificial procedures. Ezekiel wins, a sci-fi beats admin every single time. Dietary plan, eating a scroll or no shrimp or rock badgers. Leviticus wins that one, less dung cooking. So Phil, I'll give you that one. Number 3, trauma approach. So performance art and acting out the pain versus structure, boundaries, and safety. Ezekiel wins because expressing yourself is less boring than safety. Special effects, Valley of Dry Bones, resurrecting a whole, valley of dead people. That's awesome. And the miraculous consuming fire of offerings. I mean, they do that all the time, so that's going to get normal after a while. So Ezekiel wins. Zombie army wins every single time. Again, Ezekiel's just got better effects. Social justice. Oh, no, wait. Hygiene and purity. I missed one. River of healing, the Dead Sea versus mold inspections and lots of baths. Leviticus wins that one for practical sanitation value. I'll give him that one. All right. Number 6, social justice. Calling out bad shepherds and the year of Jubilee. So again, Ezekiel wins because that's ending spiritual trauma inflicted by bad shepherds. So, that wins every single time again too. And number 8, the vibe. Ezekiel is chaotic, it's overwhelming, it's dynamic. It's meant to talk about living in chaos and a broken world. And number 8. So Leviticus is ordered, holy, and predictable. So number 8 is kind of a tie because, Ezekiel is addressing the reality of the broken chaos that we all live in. And Leviticus is talking about the calm predictability that we heal and thrive in. So I'll give him a tie on that one. The ending in Ezekiel, Yahweh Shammah, the Lord is there, versus math. So Ezekiel wins with the better closing line. God is there with you is, to me, more comforting than math. So I'm going to claim victory on that one too. And the legacy hook. So on that one, Ezekiel is the source code for a lot of the book of Revelation. A lot of imagery that goes into the book of Revelation is pulled out of Ezekiel. Leviticus is the source code for holiness and understanding holiness and presence and how that works. And I'm gonna be generous and give a tie to that one because we do need both in our lives. So who is the winner? Well, Ezekiel is the winner, but Ezekiel wins because it provides so much imagery. The living creatures, the man, the lion, the ox, the eagle in Ezekiel One becomes symbols for the four evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, seen in almost every Orthodox church dome. The east gate of the temple, which remains shut because the Lord is entered by it, is traditionally interpreted as the prophecy of the Theotokos, the Virgin Mary, and her ever virginity. Leviticus wins. While we don't follow the dietary laws anymore, so a whole bunch of the book is less important. The divine liturgy is deeply Levitical. So the concept of the altar, the incense, the vestments, the blood, the sacrifice of the Eucharist are all fulfillments of patterns that are set down in Leviticus. You literally cannot understand what is happening on a Sunday morning in an Orthodox parish without Leviticus. But on top of that, woven into all of that, is the book of Revelation, which is source code Ezekiel. So Ezekiel kind of nudges out a little bit on that one. But here is what we are. Ezekiel gives the church its art, but Leviticus gives the church its liturgy. So ultimately, Leviticus and Ezekiel together give us the beauty of the church. So I think that we can safely say Ezekiel wins on being sci-fi theology, but together they give us the complete picture of what it is to be together in the healing presence of God. So that is all I have for that one. And I just wanted to, just a real quick thank you to everybody for those of you who do come and watch my channel, people who have been following my channel. Some of you guys over there in the chat, like Roddy, have been around for a very long time since I started this. A couple people dropped by and left comments in the chat. So I do just want to quickly just thank a few people really fast. And, Nick Quint was really big in helping me get started. Warren McGrew was really big in helping me get started. Will Hess has been a real big encourager and come on my channel and promotes my channel all the time. And of course, Spencer and Phil, they have been great fun. We've done all the Why Leviticus Matters series together. Both of them have come on my channel for some other things separately. And they have become good friends, and it's been a lot of fun having some back and forth with this whole debate with them. And I also want to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to Josh Davidson and Tyler Fowler and the channel Faith Unaltered, because Faith Unaltered really has more than any other channel that I have been involved with or collaborated with, or any of the friends that I have made or that I have met. Oh, before I say that, I'm going to slip Trinity Radio in there too. Jonathan Pritchett. Jonathan Pritchett brought me on Biblical Rogues Gallery and really helped launch me in front of a lot more people. And also Dr. Leighton Flowers has been on my channel. He's coming back to my channel in January. I've been on his channel. So, and thank you to Leighton. Thank you to Braxton and Pritchett over on Trinity Radio. So, okay, back to Faith Unaltered. And Joshua Davidson and Tyler Fowler. Those two guys and their channel and being involved in their channel has a lot of behind the scenes impact that has really changed the whole trajectory of a lot of things for me. And so I owe a huge debt of gratitude to Joshua Davidson and to Tyler Fowler. So thank you both. And everybody else that's been connected with Faith Unaltered, with Jalen and Courtney and Joshua Sherman and Troy Yurchek and Garrett Skidema, and I think I got it right. Oh, Courtney, Carrie, I can't forget Carrie, Carrie Griffin. So I love you all. It has been a really fun journey, and we've had, I still can't believe I'm at 600. I never thought I'd get above 100. So the fact that I'm at 600 blows me away. So coming up, we've got some really fun stuff. December 1st, Josh Davidson and Garrett Skidema are coming, and we are going to talk about Genesis 1, the creation narrative, and the fact that we are created out of the imagination of the storyteller, and how that makes us storytellers and story livers ourselves. So I'm very excited about that. I've got January 13th, I have Leighton Flowers and Spencer Owen. We're going to come talk about another episode of the How to Read the Hard Parts of the Bible, and we're going to talk about what certain types of theologies do to make the Bible hard to read or distort the message of the gospel and the Bible. So I definitely want to show up for that one. That one should be interesting, a little spicy. And then I have got a couple other things that are in the works, but I am also still getting this thesis done. So it should be submitted by the beginning of April. Then I have to defend it in the month of April, and God willing, graduate May 2nd. So I'll have a lot more time to do some really good stuff after that. I'm going to be popping up on a few other channels. I also forgot to thank Myths, Majesty, and Mysteries. I think I got that in the wrong order. 3M, Myth, Mysteries, and Majesty. I think that's it. Anyway, that's Nico. That's Sean. Great bunch of guys over there. So go check out all their channels. If you're not subscribed to any of them, please do. And I really am so blessed and have so much fun doing this. And I want to wish you guys all a very happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you have a way with people that you love, friends or family, a church community, someone to share Thanksgiving with, and to have a chance to be grateful for the things that God provides for us, like his love and his salvation, and wanting to be in relationship with us. And that to me is definitely enough reason to be grateful. So thank you all. And I was trying to get this in under 30 minutes, and so it looks like I did, because this is going to be a really quick one. And so I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Have a great Thanksgiving. And I will see you all December 1st for From the Imagination of the Storyteller.